Well, I don't know if Jim's in the, are you in the Hall of Fame yet, Jim? I mean, you certainly will be one day, and they will note that at the pinnacle of Jim Shepard's career, I like to think it was working in, no, that's okay, working in my office. He earned a whopping $1 a year for that. So all you junior achievement folks, I hope that you know that when you get into the Business Laureates Hall of Fame, it's not about the money, kids. And Jeff, I was really struck by your comments about getting to yes, because the thing about business that you learn very quickly is that you are in the business of making decisions. And those decisions need to be ones that get you to yes as quickly as you can possibly go, because of the cost of money, because of the cost of delay, because of the cost of just of how difficult it is to make decisions in today's environment. And it's getting harder to do. Every single day it is harder to get to yes on resource development. It's harder to get to yes on spending and investing in the right kinds of economic programs. It's harder to get to yes on government getting out of the way of people's lives and people's purpose. But nonetheless, we persevere in that, because it is so important that your government be here to support you in being able to realize your dreams. Government can impair, or government can enable business. And we need to be determined that government will be there to create the right environment to ensure that business is successful. Because we can never forget for a moment as a society, as we work hard to get to yes, that every dollar that we share in a big, just society starts in the private sector. If the private sector isn't thriving, we have nothing to share with one another. Canada is great because business people with vision, people who decided to take risks, have made it great and endowed us with something that we can share. So that's why we support junior achievement. That's why we supported so enthusiastically the Business Laureate Hall of Fame. I want to thank Barbara Brink and Jambelle Irving for the work that you've done on this, as well as Jim, in making this happen, in particular the Business Laureates. We honor you today, of course, but we also hope that this will provide an inspiration for a lifetime, for generations of young British Columbians who should never forget that these men and women you see before you, whose names will be immortalized behind me, are extraordinary today, but once they were just plain ordinary. Kids from all over the province who went to ordinary schools with ordinary parents, who led ordinary lives, who did extraordinary things. And that is the capacity that each one of us has if we decide we want to do it. And I'll leave you with this quote. I spent my summer doing some reading, and I read a book that was written in 90 days. I think that the greatest piece of Holocaust literature ever written by Viktor Frankl. And Viktor Frankl says in the book, we should remember to ask this question. It is not about what we can do for the world. Instead, we should ask, what does the world need from us? And I guarantee you this, every one of the men and women whose names will be immortalized on this wall behind me did not pursue their dream because it was about them. They did it because they saw a need in the world, they were determined to fill it, and they had the courage to step up and do something great. That is what we honor today, and we honor it with, I should add, the greatest of thanks for all that you've done, not just for our province, but for our entire country. Thank you very much.